My next guest is going to be back in action this Saturday. North Iowa Fights 20. We're just a few days away. It is Thomas Gantt joining me here on the program. Thomas, how you doing, man?
Good, man. Glad to be here, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing awesome. Happy to be talking to you, especially during fight week. I know there's a lot going on, so thanks for making time, man. But I wanted to start first with, how this all came together with you getting this fight and fighting on Saturday.
Oh, man, my manager hustles, man. That's pretty much how it came together. So as you know, I'm a NC State assistant coach, wrestling coach right now. So
Yeah.
kind of in the heat of season, and he's just been hustling, man, on the trail looking for guys, and he got a good relationship with the promoter, and it just came together like that.
Love it. Okay, that's great. Who are you with management wise?
Oh, it's my buddy for right now, but I'll probably be looking to sign with somebody a little bit more established in the next couple months or so.
Okay, gotcha. And you talked about the wrestling background there. When did you make that transition over to MMA for people who might be wondering?
I think last year I want to say I took an amateur fight and it was just kind of more of an exploratory thing, and then it went well, and I was like, hey man, I think I kind of like this, and just kind of fell in love with the sport from there.
Good stuff. Were you like a fan of MMA? Like, was there any fighters you enjoyed watching prior to moving over?
Not really. Mainly the wrestlers, to be honest, because wrestling's like a tight knit community.
Yeah.
So guys like Cormier, bunch of guys like that. You just kind of watch it because they're wrestlers and they wrestled at big schools and all that good stuff. So.
You mentioned obviously juggling the workload and the wrestling season and everything else. How does that work with training and all that? How are you able to balance everything?
It's tough at times, but like I said, my manager, he kind of plays a little bit of a ultimate role. He does everything for me, so he stays down with me and trains whenever I need to. So if I'm working out at 11 p.m. or 9 p.m. or 10 p.m., 6 a.m., because I train, coach, and I got kids, we just make it work. So that's kind of helped me out a lot.
Let's talk about your opponent, Josh Henry. 11-7 record. What do you know about him? How do you feel like you match up against him here?
He's a tough guy, man. I think he showed me one fight of him stopping a taller guy for Shamrock or something like that. And we got pretty good relationships with them too. I fought for them before too. But he's tough, man. He's gonna bring it, and I gotta be ready. And that's what you'll see Saturday.
Take me through camp a bit. Who'd you get to work with? Who are some of the main training partners helping you get ready for this one?
Mainly local guys. So I train at a gym called Elevate, and I get a bunch of partners within our wrestling program and all that too. So mainly just those guys,
Okay.
high level wrestlers, and some pretty good strikers and grapplers.
Any names you want to throw out there? Just because these are probably names we're going to be hearing about pretty soon. It's always fun to sort of work with these up and comers, right?
Jake Valdez, Nico Petras, they trained at the gym. Maz Burnell actually came through
Oh, cool.
last week, and he was here for a week or so. I don't know what that was about, but he's tough, man. I got some good training in with him too, so
Good. There
giving
we
me
go.
good feels and good looks.
Doesn't hurt having a UFC and Bellator vet in there. And how about the cut? I mean, you seem like you're in a great mood. I imagine everything's going well.
Oh man, I don't cut weight. I'm dropping to 55. I'm probably at like 75, 74 right now. So I'll probably just do a little shakeout Friday morning and then go hit the scales and get ready to compete Saturday.
Yeah, there you go. And plus, being from wrestling, obviously that's something you've had to go through as well. You're pretty well versed with the weight cutting and all that. What about your corner?
Yeah.
Who's going to be in the cage with you this Saturday?
Jerry Boyle, that's the manager guy I was just telling you about. Remy Fullwood, and my other coach, I think he had a previous obligation or something like that, but I'm working on the third one, and if not, it'll just be us two rocking and rolling, or us three.
How's this fight playing out on November 30th? How do you see it going down?
Oh man, I don't really ever have a plan. I just kind of go in there and kind of pick the guy apart and see what tools I can use of mine, and look to get better every fight. I'm just excited to see the next evolution of myself come Saturday.
And it really sounds like, and I might be wrong about this, but you kind of focus more on your skill set, not too much on the opponent. Is that just because you're still early in your career, or is it just you feel like some fighters don't even like watching tape, as an example, right?
Oh, I wouldn't say that. I like watching tape because it's kind of similar to wrestling, but I mean, I kind of take after how I was when I wrestled. I didn't really watch much tape, and I just focused on what I did. If he's constantly adjusting to me and reacting to me, then he doesn't have a chance to execute his game plan.
And
So that's just kind of been my mentality
well, and I was
as
gonna
of right
say
now.
also I'm sure you have opponent switch ups, right? So it's probably better to work on your skill
Mhm.
set instead of a specific opponent, right? So
Exactly, and you want to try and get the best looks you can, like similar height, style, all that type of stuff. But at the end of the day, like it's a fist fight, man. So you got to come prepared, and you got to do what you got to do best. Do what you do best.
What does a win here do for your career? We mentioned it there, undefeated. You got a great record. Does this sort of, I mean, I would imagine it'd be pretty hard to deny you from one of those bigger promotions, especially if you get another
Mhm.
title here, right?
Yep. I think it sets me up for what's next. Ideally, I'd like to get signed to a major promotion, but really whatever I got to do next, man. Hopefully, look to step it up in competition here soon, and then start looking to get in those big leagues, man. Get into the big leagues.
And I'm sure as well, just keeping active, right? Like keep the momentum going, because obviously, if you're coming off these big wins, you want to, you want to keep it moving and not be sidelined for so long too, right?
Yep. Activity is the key, man. Everybody that I talk to, and mainly all wrestlers, like I was telling you before, managers and promoters and stuff like that, was just saying that for a guy like me, my age, I just want to be as active as possible because I'm not 24, obviously. So
Mhm.
the more cage time, the better.
What about downtime? I know you don't get much of it. You're obviously, training. You got a family. You got all this stuff going on. Do you get any time for yourself? Do you watch any other sports or do anything else outside of training, working, and competing?
Oh man, I like fishing, playing golf, just stuff
Nice.
like that, playing basketball. But other than that, man, I just kind of really hang out with my family and my kids. I got 3 kids, so they take up all the other time that I have for right
Yeah, I
now.
bet. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
How's your golf game these days? You been out a little bit or?
Oh, I'm terrible, man. I'm probably 20 handicap, somewhere around there. I haven't even had a handicap, honestly. I just like playing. So
Yeah, I'm the same
nice to
way.
hit the greens, man. Drive the golf cart, get some fresh air.
Yeah, and it's a good like activity with friends and stuff. I love golfing too, and I'm also not
Yeah.
very good, so I can certainly relate to that as well. Sort of last
There you
question here
go.
as well. Kind of looking at what you've accomplished in your career and everything. Is there? I mean, other than getting signed to a big promotion, are there other things you want to accomplish in your career? Any sort of milestones or goals, or you just kind of take it fight to fight?
Yeah, I probably just take it fight to fight, man. At the end of the day, we're prize fighters. It's a lifestyle. So I just want to be better than I was the day before, really, man. Same kind of approach as wrestling. No
Love it.
real no real yeah, just better than the day before, man.
It's a good mentality to have. Take it bit by bit.
Yeah,
Don't get too far ahead.
yeah,
It's North Iowa Fights coming up here this Saturday, November 30th. It's going to be live on Spectation Sports. But if you live in the area, go check it out. I always say this all the time. Some of the best MMA you'll see is the local MMA for sure. So, Thomas,
yeah.
if there's anyone you'd like to thank before we get out of here, any sponsors, any social media you want to mention, I'll
Mhm.
give you the last word.
Yep. I want to send a special thank you out to Oak Grove Technologies. And that's pretty much it, man. I gotta start working on getting some more sponsors here soon. So hopefully this fight helps out.